Hi, my name is Gary Stewart and I'm the director of Wayra UK. Today we're here in Nigeria, in Lagos, about to have our gala final of the startup competition, which we've launched this year. It's been part of our road trip. We just came back from South Africa and our next stop will be Abidjan. And some people would say, why exactly are we doing this? Why are we touring around Africa trying to find Africa's best startups? I think there are various reasons. The first of which is that Africa is a continent where there's a lot of talent, but simply there aren't as many opportunities for people with that talent. You're seeing that Africa by 2100 will be the continent where there are more people, even more people than all of Asia, with India and China combined. So the question becomes, if you have all of these people, and a lot of them have tremendous amounts of talent, why isn't more being done to actually help them to unleash that talent, to kind of fully unravel and unleash the talent that Africa has? And that's why we're here. That's why we're doing Startup Europe Comes to Africa. That's why we're working with the Spanish Embassy and with institutions like the Duke of York to make sure that these Africans that have the talent have the opportunities as well to kind of show the world what they can really do.
The main message for me is that currently South Africa, for example, is going through a massive stage of innovation and change. Young people are not necessarily looking at the job market as their primary focus. They are starting to seriously consider entrepreneurship as a way to make themselves grow and develop as well as their futures. So for me, South Africa is a very hungry nation, very developing a lot of innovation in all industries, and I think that's why people need to come here.
I run a small startup called No Land Farming, and No Land Farming is a shared economy platform where fruit trees are planted, grown and harvested on the property of homeowners in Cape Town, with the view of getting them involved in the farming process on a commercial level. And it's commercial because at the end of every season we pay the homeowner for the yield of fruit that they've grown. We go on to make a range of food products made from the fruits that are sourced from the homeowners. And it's all app-based, where we've created an app that serves as a platform for us to communicate with the homeowner to ensure that they're doing everything that they need to realize a maximum benefit from their yield come the end of the season.
My focus on entrepreneurship is really, it's a calling. In South Africa, we know that entrepreneurs create 50% of the employment, the existing employment, and they create almost 50% of the GDP. So it's clear that economic activity, real economic activity, stems from entrepreneurial activity. And that's why we need to build as many entrepreneurs as possible.
What do you think is the biggest blocker to kind of unleashing or unlocking the potential of black entrepreneurs?
I think for me, it's all about the opportunity. I think young black entrepreneurs don't have a lot of assets. They don't have a lot of opportunities to make things happen. And I also believe that we need to focus on the seed investment stage rather than the further investment stage. South Africa does not have a large seed investment or large VC culture. In actual fact, it's very, very small and very, very weak. So if we can focus on seed investments, building young people, building their potential, giving them the skills that they need, then we'll be able to develop these entrepreneurs.
I think for many technology entrepreneurs in Africa, this is their first business. And so they need a lot of business building support. Support in terms of understanding the market, support in growing in growing out their team, support in scaling.
I think black entrepreneurship is not recognized by society, and I think that's a structural, systemic issue that black entrepreneurs are challenging. They are creating spaces and platforms to be recognized, and not recognized by the white entrepreneurs, but to be recognized by themselves, to promote and establish a culture of black entrepreneurship where I feed into someone else's life to say, hey, entrepreneurship is something you can pursue.
Tech is a very global play. Most people that make money understand that it's around being global, and there's nothing wrong with the African tech ecosystem needs to be connected to the global tech ecosystem, and that's how you derive a lot of value.
We're here because we're trying to show that we can kind of connect Europe to Africa, build these kind of coalitions so that a talented entrepreneur in South Africa can know that he or she would also have access to platforms internationally. What more do you think people like us should be doing? Or if you had a message to kind of communicate to people like us in London, what would that message be?
So that's a very useful question to ask, and it shows a real insight into the challenges that we face as South African and African entrepreneurs. We're very excited about partnering with European expertise, European funding. We're very excited about helping them to access a vast market in Africa. At the same time, it has to be a collaboration. It's not about working for, it's about working together. And if we work together, we can certainly leverage the funding and the talent and the opportunity to create some serious economic impact for everybody concerned.
Winning is a really big deal for us. I mean, the opportunity to pitch at the Palace and before the Queen, that's definitely a highlight for us that we're looking forward to. And then the opportunity to just network with Wayra and the network across Europe for either input providers for our farmers and off-takers for the venture produce, something we're really looking forward to and excited about.
I worked in Silicon Valley for about 15 years, and in my humble opinion, I saw the very best entrepreneurs that the Valley has to offer. And being on the ground, working in Nigeria and the rest of Africa, and making investments in early stage companies, we are even more convinced that the African entrepreneur, technology entrepreneur of today and tomorrow will be able to match the output, both from a product reach perspective as well as hopefully from a social and financial impact perspective, that we've seen some of the best entrepreneurs from the rest of the world do.
So it's been an amazing week in Africa. We've been to South Africa, we've been to Nigeria, and to Abidjan. And I think you will all agree that it's been a great display of tremendous talent. All these entrepreneurs need is just the right opportunity, the right people backing them, and the right level of support. And that's exactly why we came. And what we really hope is that you, after seeing this video, will realize that you also have a role to play in helping Africa to really unleash its